Little bit of cough, dry cough. I mean, it's too cold at Bangalore here. Damn cold.
Yeah, it's really very cold. For the past 2 weeks, it has been really very cold. Even I'm feeling that chills now. Yeah, yeah. Hi guys. So we are in day 10 today. I'm really excited to show this design. It's a very simple design. I haven't used much UI elements, but I hope
Don't tell simple. I will come there and I will
it's
hold
really
you.
simple in my opinion because haven't used much elements in it. So
Wait.
I'm not
You
the
show
judge.
your design, then let me show like them design. What is simple? Yours is not at all simple. You are like a background specialist. That only is complex. And
Okay.
you're telling it's simple. You make complex things look simple is what you can say, but you cannot tell a design was simple.
Okay. So yeah, I'm not the judge. So you guys can see my UI and say whether it's simple, not simple, good, bad. So it's up to you. Okay. I'll share my screen, Ganesh. Please say if it's visible. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, sir. Of course.
Yeah, guys. So this is my UI 10. It was I actually had no idea in as to how to create this one. So I took inspiration from my previous post, which I posted on my blog. So actually, I really wanted to have a background which would really what to say support this theme. So I just went for an autumn theme background. So Unsplash is where I found this. So I really like this background, and it went very well with the image that I've used here. So this image to say is actually my uh, so it's actually a post that I uploaded on YouTube long ago. It was around a year ago that I posted this on YouTube, and I just took a screenshot of that. And so if you guys see it, right, so all these elements were I actually didn't do all this stuff. It was directly taken from YouTube itself. So it already had all those UI elements and everything in it. So what I did was I added all these buttons, these icons, and all the stuff. This text, so this UI element and everything. So, but it really turned out to be a really good UI, and everything fell in proper places, I can say, and it turned out to be a UI that I really liked. I really like this scheme which I've used here. This red, white, gray, and this yellow color elements, right? I really love them. So I've just went with a single font here, Inter. So Inter is a very universal font, I can say. It goes well with
I mean,
most.
just sorry to cut you off, but one thing which I observed, which I like, is you put the picture right of the watch on YouTube. So I like
Yeah,
the way you give it the shadow, and the shadow also falls on the elements. That is what is the most amazing thing, right? I don't know how many would observe that, but I can observe it.
yeah,
That's really good.
that is a really important point to note. So actually, what happened was I just planned of having this here, but I thought it would be really interesting to have it behind this.
The
So
depth you just added the depth, and that's really nice.
after right, it turned out well, so I left it as it is. So yeah, so the initial plan was to have it in the foreground. So this shadow effect provided it depth field, so which I really loved. So I left it as it is. So the font I used is just in turn. It's a very simple and universal font, and the scheme here is also very simple. So I've just used a dark shade of gray, I can say, white color, red, and this yellow color accent. And I'm really happy about this UI. I didn't spend much time on it because it has very few elements, and so actually the background really helped me a lot. It helped me to make this UI into awesome UI in my opinion. So if it was not for the background, it would be a simple design. But so I picked a really good background, I can say. So it is about my UI. So what is your take on it, Ganesh?
I mean, the first thing is the background you made it to match with your theme. I mean, I can see a few bit of maple leaves here and there in your video as well. Two maple leaves, and you got a similar maple leaf and all the other leaves here. And I don't know how you're making that go with the white or which you have, but it goes really well. Yeah, made them both match together, and I really like the shadow, uh, which actually gives a lot of depth according to me. And
Okay.
but it would have looked too flat, the social media icons over there, but because of this it does not look very flat. It looks like it's sitting on something. It's sitting on the and it
Okay.
doesn't look from the background. So that's one thing because there's a shadow. So I mean, The colors you've chosen are really good, I mean, really great, and the way you've done it. And also, I like that 4.5K, that small elements what you've added over there. So
Yeah.
all of those matter, man. Like, I mean, people don't notice it right away. People like me who have to observe, right? Who we design all the time, so we have to observe. So for people like us, we do that day in day out, so it's easier. But people who do not observe it will feel the difference if it was not there. So you're giving them that experience, like, just making them feel the experience. But
Yeah, Ganesh, thank you very much for your kind words. I really liked your UI also. So you told it was simple, but I liked it. So I hope you'd be really interested in seeing your. So so you talk about your UI now.
just share my screen.
Yeah, sure.
Here, as we see, I've created a gallery. It's a very I would say there's an iPhone 8 or size screen. Right, this is how a basic gallery is what would have. Like simple, you can just scroll, you can select, you hold and you select. Once you select, you just have an option to delete and share. So I mean, I didn't get option to edit here. That is being that this was my initial days of the UI, and I planned of having edit feature because I mean this is just a gallery, basic gallery of any old phone. And here I just have you click on the share and it shows up all the options to share, and you can you know click on any one of these and share it. This was the main idea, to have a basic gallery where you can share the pictures to your social media directly, rather than having to going to the social media and upload the post. You can directly share it from here. So this was the social share screen that I did for the daily UI 10, and that's it. I do not have any more explanations because the theme is very simple. I just have a white background. I have a timer. I have the gallery. I have the images for a gallery. That's it. That's it from my end. I know it's like just a minute or two of it, but like literally
Okay.
that's like too basic. That's a basic. I would say.
Yeah, Ganesh. So it is absolutely fine to have a UI which is simple. So as long as it is functional, and so it gives me a retro vibe actually. So it is an old-fashioned one, and it really suits that theme too. So you need to have UIs of what to say, a huge variety of uh, types and schemes in your portfolio, I would say. So yeah, so it's preferential. So some people might like this retro look, and even I really like it. So there's nothing much to say that's gone wrong with this UI, I can say. So it has its own purpose, and it really looks good in my opinion. So yeah, so it is simple. So it is following a box structure. So it looks dated. So actually, it is planned. It's planned. What to say? Obsolescence, I can say. So it is planned and it is created to look old. So it's the same. So I really like this UI as well. So yeah, Ganesh, it's a good UI, and it's fine if you can't speak much about it because it speaks for itself, I can say. So
Yeah, that's
I really
that's
like it.
exactly what I meant.
Yeah.
That is what I'd say.
Yeah, so some topics, right, like social share. So these are very simple topics, as you guys can see. But actually, right, so in every blog post or in every website, we have this. So, but we really ignore that, right? So we just click on it. So we don't even observe how it looks. But after creating this, right, I really understood it takes a lot of effort to even create that small part. So in a web page or in any app, right? So there are small, small elements which would have taken the creator a lot of time to create, like days together, months together. So we just really ignored them. But if you just observe them, right, when you're creating, or if you have the time to observe and admire them, it is really, really beautiful. So every element in page, UI, app, so almost everything. So actually now all the devices which we use are becoming smart devices. So every small devices also have UIs. So previously, a smartphone used to have an UI, laptops obviously. So then smart TVs came up. Now, even what to say, even brushes, like say even smart brushes have UIs. So small UIs. So UIs are becoming repeatedly more important in the upcoming years. So we need to have a portfolio which would have UIs of all sorts. So it should be simple, it should be optimized for low power devices as well. So we can't have a very grand UI for a what to say for a smart brush. So it has a very small UI, and we have to create something which should suit it. So it's where UI plays in, and your research, as you told yesterday, Ganesh, it plays a very vital role there. So yeah, so it is my take on it. So your UI is really good. I really liked it because it would serve its purpose on any device which would have that requirement, right? So not all devices would require a high scale, high resolution image. So which have a lot of elements, have graphical element, transitions, animations. It looks good, but if you have some constraints or requirements, or if the phone or any so the smart device is not yes, it is not required in all cases and in all devices. So at the end of the day, the device must work. For example, if you have a Chromebook, so you can't run any what to say heavy operating system on it. So it is optimized for Chrome OS. So on devices like that, so if you save, it would make a difference. So optimization also plays a part. So your UI really makes sense in that field, I think.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's there, and it's really amazing. Uh, like what you have done, because compared to my simplicity, your complexity is more. That's why I told it's more complex. You're the one who's telling it's too simple, simple, but now you know it's not.
Yeah, actually, I have created more like a web page, and you have created a phone app. So there's a Stark. Yeah, so it's completely an alternative approach that you took, right? So actually, my UI looks really good because of the background. I really didn't work on the background, but that background, right, it really helped me and it supported me a lot. So
So, Arvind, I'll just tell you one thing. You didn't work on the background, but you made the background work for you.
yeah, I
So
can
that's
say
what
that.
you.
That's true. That even that is also there. If you pick a good background, and if you add a lot of elements, right, it will become cluttery, and that background can work against you. It can play against you. So we need to really be very important. Yeah, so it's really very important to pick a good
That's
background
why.
and work.
That's why, guys, we call Arvind the background specialist.
Seriously, guys, actually working with really great background is a very humongous task because you shouldn't spoil that thing. It's already good. If you make it worse, right, the blame is on you. Like you have spoiled a good design, so you shouldn't do that. So if you have a flat design and if you add UI elements and if you make it better, it's really great. It's on your part. It's good for you. But if you take a really actually to take that pic right or the photo, so the person would have spent hours together, even days together. Who knows? So he has provided for free, and we have to make the best possible utilization of it. So that's how I feel. Actually, Unsplash is a very what to say inclusive place, I can say. So it's where people who are really interested in what they do upload photos. So it's for free. So we don't even require to attribute them. So I'm really happy, and we are actually blessed to have uh, a place like that where so there are tons of photos. You can find photos of all sorts, and it's free, and you don't need to attribute. Plus, it's high resolution, and it's directly incorporated into Figma as a plugin.
Guys,
Like, what do you want?
just saying this on part of Arvind, we are not endorsed by Unsplash, or we do not. But it's really great. So we're just saying you
Yeah,
just figure.
because Unsplash is like an organization. Mostly, it's non-profitable, so they just work on ads here and there, and it's backed by iStock or something like that. So I really like them. So I don't need to search outside. Mostly, if there is some need, I search outside, but most of my requirements are well present within Unsplash. So yeah, so we need to thank all those people to make it easy for us to create UIs. And I'm really happy on my UI, and even your UI is really great, Ganesh. Okay, so yeah, so if you look at it uh, side by side, it might look different because yours is at the end of the day is an app, and mine is a landing page. I can say, so they both have their own use cases. So it is what it is. Yeah, I'm very excited to what to say. So to have a talk about so the next day is UI. It is very exciting. So yeah, guys, it's a wrap for today. Hope you guys really enjoyed our talk today. Even you too, Ganesh. I think really enjoyed what we spoke about, and I really liked your UI as well. Hope you liked mine. And
I mean, every day is. day where we can, have fun, we can talk about it, and we can do better. So
Okay.
yeah, that's what I
Yeah, guys. So it's a wrap for today, and yeah, I will see you tomorrow at the same time. Bye. Thank you.